everyone. We live. Happy Monday. Look at this beautiful tree. We are in front of Disney's Contemporary Resort. Just having a moment by the tree. How gorgeous. It is a beautiful Monday morning, and we are ready to rock December, the final month of the year. Super pumped to finish the year strong. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend and you're ready to tackle this new week, this new month, and finish the year strong. So excited. If you haven't already hit that like button, please do. It helps that YouTube algorithm pumps the stream out to more and more people, and we're just spreading that positivity here on this Monday morning. Hey, Lynette. Good morning. Yes, I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Sorry I missed last Monday, so much going on. I was unable to stream last Monday, but we are back, we are here. And we're just taking in all the sights of the Contemporary Resort. So excited. We're gonna head on in, but I did wanna take a moment and just absorb this beautiful tree right outside the resort. So here we go. We're gonna walk in, check out some Christmas decorations, and get motivated for this month ahead. I cannot believe that November is over already. That went super fast. I feel like in a blink of an eye, we got through November. But I want to thank you all for being here and acknowledge you for taking time out of your Monday morning to start out on a positive note. All right, we've all got stuff going on, all got things in our lives. We're busy. It's the holiday season, but you took time out today for you. So I'd like to acknowledge you for that. Look at this gorgeous hidden Mickey. And you got the beautiful tree in the background. This is a great photo op spot. So beautiful. Obsessed. All right. And I think that's probably why they have this thing that you could stand on so you can get that gorgeous photo. All right. But yeah, make sure you hit the like button. We're gonna spread that karma around, right? You put good out, good things come back to you. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. And be sure to turn on the bell so you're notified every time I go live or drop a new video. Captain Kirk, good morning. Yes, I love Christmas at Disney as well. You had an amazing long weekend there with the fam. Love that so much. They got the garland, beautiful decorations here, and we're gonna walk inside the lobby. They have a few little Christmas trees around, which I love. We're gonna check that out, and then we're gonna head to the back so we can watch the gorgeous sunrise. But yeah, I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. You all had a great Thanksgiving with friends and family. And we're getting ready for the Christmas season. So I love this. We have the Contemporary Grounds with some Joffrey's coffee. And then we have this gorgeous tree here. Oh my goodness. She's a beaut. Beautiful ornaments here. Oh my God. So elegant. Here's a little hidden Mickey right here. All right, let's keep walking because there's more trees we're gonna take in before we head outside. They have the beautiful wreaths as well, which I love, and they're keeping that same theming throughout each of the trees. All right. Look at the garland. Oh. I love the new lobby that they have here in the red chairs. Super cool. We got Steakhouse 71. I still have yet to try it. I heard good things. We got this little tree here with the kid area, so that's kind of cute. It's very cozy. Very like retro living room vibes. And we have another tree over here. I'm sure there's more upstairs. We'll check those out later. But I do want to get outside so we can take a look at the sunrise. But they do a great job at decorating. Oh, I love it. Here we go. Oh, the sky looks gorgeous already. It's a little bit chilly here in Orlando, but it's still gorgeous. Look at that sky. We have lots to talk about on today's stream. I'm actually very excited. So if this is your first time here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. I appreciate you being here. And we are all about good vibes and motivation and starting out the week strong. So if you're somebody who needs a little pick-me-up every Monday morning, you're in the right place. Next week, I'm going to try and mix it up a little bit. And find another place to stream, trying to figure that out, someplace in Orlando, just to change it up a little bit. The following week, which I believe is the 15th, is going to be the one word stream. I'm so excited for that. If you're not familiar, there is a book called One Word that will change your life. And I've been doing this for, I want to say, over 10 years, but I read the book every single year and I pick a one word for the year, and it's my guiding light. It's a word that I think about every single day, and it helps me to make decisions, to overcome obstacles, and it really helps me to navigate throughout the year. And it's better than a resolution, because resolutions we tend to put by the wayside. We either forget, we don't continue the motivation throughout the year, and it's just something that people tend to lose momentum by month 2 or 3. So when you choose one word, it really sticks with you. You can put reminders around your home and your phone, and it's just easy to remember one word, right? So good morning, Peaches. So we're going to do that stream December 15th. We're going to have a special guest. I'm very excited. So definitely make sure that you are subscribed and you have that bell turned on, and you'll be ready for that. Super excited. I love doing the one word stream. As you can see from the thumbnail, I did change up the book that I'm reading. But we are going to talk a little bit about Do Hard Things, that book, because I am going to kind of put it to the side for now. I think it's a book that I'll come back to, but I was just not feeling it. I did my 50-page rule, and I don't know. I do think there's value in it, but it's not what I need right now. So we are going to talk about another book that I started reading and other really exciting news at the end of the stream. So lots to discuss today. I'm very excited. As you can see in the distance here, there are some people that are not such big fans, but at the campgrounds, they are building a hotel, and it's literally right there. I don't know if you can see, it's a little dark, but they're building that hotel right there. So if you're at the Contemporary, you can definitely spot that. But really, we just want to look at the horizon because it's gorgeous. Hey, Festive Shelby, good morning. Thanks for being here. Ooh, stock is moving this morning. We got some boats coming in. Oh my goodness. All right. Whoa, feeling it. WDW Stream Finder, happy Monday. Yes, it's a beautiful view. Hopefully we could see more of the sun in a little bit. The clouds kind of add a little depth to it. It's nice. I think about the people that watch my stream or listen to my stream, because I know there's There's some people that listen on their way to work in the car, and you're missing out on a beautiful sunrise. Now, I want to make sure that you're driving safe, but you know, if you want to take a moment, take a look at the sky, enjoy it, and then get back to the road. All right. So we talked about on the last stream the book that I was reading, Do Hard Things, sorry, by Steve Magness. We talked about how we get our idea of being mentally tough. We've adopted some of the ideas from like the Army, the Navy SEALs, right? But we've adopted those things in a very different way. And we're going to talk about how that kind of trickled into our culture. And we just have the wrong interpretation of what it means to be mentally tough. It's a gorgeous sunrise. They talk about the idea of stress inoculation, right? When they're going through training, right? You think of it like you're getting a vaccine, right? You're getting a little bit of whatever the virus is so that your body can fight it off. So that's kind of like the same thing that they're doing. They're giving you that stress before actually going to war or whatever, going into that stressful situation, so you're able to prepare yourself for it, right? And they're talking about how stress inoculation doesn't work unless you have acquired the skills to navigate the environment you will encounter. So when it comes to maybe coaching a team or parenting or even, teaching or being a leader, being a boss, if you are trying to instill this tough or very harsh way of coaching or leading or teaching or parenting, right? It doesn't necessarily translate if you're not giving your people the skills that they need to overcome this, right? And you could think about that. I think about that with like sports and things like that. So it's best to have knowledge to prepare for specific stressors, but if we encounter an unfamiliar threat, we have a number of methods to cope with whatever comes our way. So I feel like that is kind of lost when it comes to society. We focus on being so tough, and we think about the idea of like that macho masculinity that we don't really discuss, coping mechanisms or how to overcome stress. We just kind of throw you to the wolves and it's like sink or swim. But it's important, and I think this is where society kind of misses the mark with like mental health and how that's fallen to the wayside. I feel like now people are recognizing that a little bit more, but we need to have that good foundation in order to put ourselves in those stressful situations. There is like a beam of light. I don't know if you could see it. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but like coming right down here. I think that is gorgeous. I don't know what's happening, but this sky is so beautiful. Let me just like pan over here. Come on now. It's like a painting. In this book, they also talk about how negative thoughts of quitting, like wanting to quit a stressful situation, that's obviously normal, right? They don't mean that you're weak. It's a normal thought to have when you're going through something that's challenging. And it basically represents your mind trying to protect you. It's a natural response. If you didn't have that, I would be concerned. Because your brain functions to maintain order. That's the whole point, right? And your brain is trying to reduce uncertainty, right? It's trying to make sense. We've talked about this on other streams. It's a meaning-making machine. It's trying to make sense of things that are going on in our life. And what it does is really anything to whatever it takes to minimize surprise. You don't want to be surprised. Your brain is trying to protect you at all costs. Look at the sky changing right before our eyes. It's so beautiful. I wish I was wearing pants. It's a little cold. So what they talk about in this book is basically how toughness is about training the mind to handle uncertainty long enough so you can nudge or even guide your response to the right direction, right? When you become so overwhelmed with uncertainty, you're unable to make those important decisions right away. Okay, a bird just flew literally right next to my face. You know how the birds love me. Okay, we got a nice little boat coming in here. I love this dock. This is amazing. Honestly, like just to sit out here, if you're ever staying at the Contemporary and you want to watch a beautiful sunrise, just come out to the dock, sit on the bench here and just take it all in. My goodness gracious. In the book talks about different pillars of toughness, and the first one is to ditch the facade and embrace reality. So you want to embrace the reality of where we are and what we have to do, right? Makes sense. Being tough begins long before we enter the arena, before we step into those challenging situations. We need to kind of prepare ourselves, right? And that goes back to, again, like getting your mind right, maybe getting educated on a particular topic, knowing what you're about to get into, right? We're building that knowledge base. And it also begins with our expectations. All right, so what you expect to happen, or what your perceived expectations are. So this is where it gets interesting. Research shows that tougher individuals are able to perceive stressful situations as challenges instead of threats. So I love that, right? It's all, I've said it many times, based on our perception of the situation. There is no good or bad situation. It's all based on how you perceive it, right? So if you perceive a quote unquote stressful situation as a challenge, instead of thinking that it's a threat, that's going to really help you navigate the situation, right? That makes sense. And those people that are able to see those situations as a challenge develop the ability to quickly and accurately assess the situation, and they're able to cope with it. Again, makes sense. Love the sky. I think I'm gonna walk around a little bit though. We'll stay outside so we can, check back and see this beautiful horizon. But let's go for a little stroll. Good morning. I mean, even this side looks beautiful, even though the clouds are there. Like, the sky is just so pretty. Shannon, the Stormalong Castaway. This is poignant on my last day of work before maternity leave, where I never thought I wanted kids. Oh my goodness, Shannon, so excited for you on so many levels. That's amazing. Maternity leave, oh my goodness. If you want to share, it's up to you. When are you due? And when are you hoping to, is it gonna be before Christmas, after Christmas? What are we thinking? So excited for you. Oh my God, look at the sky. Are you kidding me? All right, and this kind of, we're sending all the vibes to you, Shannon, all the vibes. But this might resonate too with you. When we face a new or stressful situation, our body does its best to prepare us for what's to come. That's for sure, especially if you're having a baby. Wow, due on New Year's Eve, hoping before, yep. I got that. Oh my goodness, so exciting. Congratulations. And this I thought was super, super interesting. It explains a lot. And I was thinking about this when I was flying to New York for Thanksgiving. Okay, so let me just tell you the fact, and then I'll give you my my takeaway. So instead of waiting to see whether a task is hazardous, our brain makes its best guess about what we need to survive or thrive. Okay, so they talk about in the book, like if you're anticipating something to happen and you're looking at it in a negative way, right? You feel a little anxious about it. Your body is going to release a certain hormone to prepare you for whatever that perceived threat is. If you're looking at something in an excited way, you're like more of like a optimistic, and again, excited instead of like nervous, your body is going to release a hormone that aligns with that feeling. So I think about this, first of all, screenshot this. Are you kidding me? I think about this when I am getting on an airplane, right? I don't really like flying, okay? Not a big fan, but I know that there are some people that love flying. So they have a different feeling, a different emotional response. Their body responds to it differently. I never realized this, like the hormones that are released in your body during that time, again, are going to give you a different feel based on your perception of the thing, of the perceived threat, or if you're going to thrive in the situation, right? So I never really thought about that. And I thought that was super interesting that, you know, because I feel a certain way about flying, my body is going to prepare me by releasing a certain hormone, and that has its effects on me. But Xanax is a hell of a drug, and I was thankful for that on Thanksgiving. But yeah, I thought that was super interesting. Wanted to share. So how we see the world, it shapes how we respond to it. That makes sense. It's a combination of hormones and nervous system activity that pushes us towards responding a certain way. Brilliant. Brilliant. I can't look away. I just can't do it, but I want to walk around. And this is where I paused my reading. I know I'll come back to this book, but I wanted something a little bit more, I don't know, I don't want to say gentler, but I wanted something to prepare me for the new chapter that's going to unfold in 2026. So I pivoted my book, all right? And I started reading The Mastery of Self by Don Miguel Ruiz Jr. Lynette, I had anxiety about the airport, but gotten over it. So much easier now. Yes, I love that. And I'm sure there's certain things that you do differently, or ways that you prepare for this situation that maybe you didn't do in the past, or maybe you were able to like adjust your preparation for going to the airport, right? But I love that. Good for you. And I think I have as well. I have a whole routine of things that I do when preparing for flight, right? I have just like very structured routine. Look at these chairs. These are nice. But yeah, just ways to get yourself prepared for a situation, right? It's comfortable knowing like, okay, this is my routine. I'm going to stick to it. Everything is good. This is within my control. And I might be putting myself in a situation where I am not in control, but I'm going to take the reins on X, Y, and Z, right? You can only control so much. So yeah, we're in the final stages of 2025, and I'm really excited and super optimistic for next year because it's a new chapter. We're turning the page, right? We're starting fresh. And I'm the type of person that's like, you could start fresh on any day of the week or any time of the year. It doesn't necessarily have to be the beginning of the year, right? We can change and adapt at any point. But there is something super powerful about, setting intentions for the year, right? And it's not to be ignored. I think, having a good outlook and a good mindset when starting a new year, I think that's so important and so valuable. But if you're in a bad situation or you are looking for a change, you can do that at any point in the year. So don't think that you have to wait until the calendar tells you it's time for a change, right? Obsessed with all of this. Oh, look at this cute little, I don't know what that is, but it's cute. The water, horizon. Are you kidding? If you haven't already hit that like button, please do, right? It's good karma. Putting love and likes out into the world, it's gonna come back to you today. And definitely make sure that you're subscribed because you're gonna get more content like this rolling into 2026. So excited. Like I said again, December 15th is going to be my one-word stream. I'll have a special guest. We'll be at a different location. Super, super excited about that. And I'll reveal my one word to you. I'm very excited. Looking forward to it. All right, but let's talk a little bit about this book that I just started reading. Actually, let me just say that I started reading this book years ago, only got halfway through. And again, I come back to books because although the book doesn't change, you change, right? So I never completely write off a book unless, I really don't ever write off a book, especially with like nonfiction, self-help, personal development books. I don't write them off because when you're at a different stage in your life, you might look at the book differently. Maybe something will resonate, maybe something will trigger you, but coming back to it at a later time, you're a more evolved person. You're a different individual, right? We change and evolve constantly. So I read this a couple years ago, got halfway through the book, and for whatever reason I stopped. But now I don't know, I felt pulled. I felt drawn to this book, so I picked it up again. So it's called, again, The Mastery of Self by Don Miguel Ruiz Jr. And both titles for both books are in the description below, so you can check that out there. And I'm seeing a lot of overlap between some of the things that are being stated in this book and other books, but again, it's worded differently. So it opens your eyes to looking at things with a different lens. So he says, truly nothing matters but the present, because it's the only place where life can express itself. Makes sense, right? Only thing we have is the present moment. That is the only thing that's happening, is everything right now in this moment. The past doesn't exist, the future doesn't exist. What exists is right now. So when you're completely engaged in the now, you actually reach a state of unconditional love for everything and everyone, including ourselves, when we are completely engaged in the now. I think that's a great way of being, right? When you're fully present. When you're fully present, you're able to, show empathy for others. You're able to, engage in meaningful conversation, really fully appreciate nature. You're feeling fully alive. Ooh, is this a duck in here? I don't know if you could see. Oh, this is a limpkin, I think it's called, this bird. I don't know if you could see it. It's hard to see with the rocks. Wait. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a limpkin. This is your first time on a stream, or I'm sorry, you don't know, but you will know, I'm all about the birds. learning about Florida birds has been really fun. Actually, when I went to New York, my parents have a bird feeder right outside the kitchen window, and I'm like, oh, look at that. It's a northern mockingbird. It's a cardinal, blue jay. What else do we see? A downy woodpecker, a red-headed woodpecker, and there was another one. A tufted titmouse. Oh my gosh, so many birds. I was so excited. Anywho, if you subscribe for nothing else, subscribe for my just ability to name birds, please. Okay, so Ruiz goes on to talk about your personal dream, and that's basically your unique reality. It's what you consider your reality, right? Unique to you. It's your perspective of the world, right? And it's a manifestation of the relationship between mind and body. Ooh. Alrighty, we got it. You're coming through. Okay, manifestation of the relationship between mind and body, and intent is the energy that animates both. Love that. Intent. You always think about, and intention was my one word for last year. So I love that word. When you think about certain situations or how you're going to respond to things, or, you know, selecting your one word, right? What is your intention behind that? And sometimes our actions do not match our intentions. And when we are fully present, we are able to gain more control over our intentions. Hey, Christina's gonna be in Disney next week. Nice. Are you staying on property? And if so, where are you staying if you want to share? Totally up to you. Okay, so Ruiz also talks about the dream of the planet. Very different than your personal dream, but that's a combination of everyone's individual dream. Okay, it's just a combination of everyone's, and everybody's got their own unique personal dream. He says you become a master of self when you can engage the dream of the planet and everyone in it without losing sight of your authentic self. I love that, right? We don't want to lose who we are based on society, based on the people that are in your life, right? You don't want to be easily influenced. You want to maintain awareness that every choice you make is your own. Many people have attachments that hinder you from being present. And those attachments can be physical attachments. They could be attachments to things that we don't really see, like your belief system. That can be an attachment. Let's see. Thank you, Captain Kirk. I know my birds. Yes, Captain Kirk. Pressure washers or boat horns. Thank you, cast members. Yes, we love them in the morning. Love it, love it. All right, so again, those attachments hinder you from being present and the master of self. So attachments to beliefs are far more destructive than attachments to external items. This is interesting. And I feel like we touched on this idea without even realizing it on previous streams, because I've talked about how, you know, and I've said on previous streams, like, take what resonates with you from what I'm saying and leave the rest. But then I changed that perspective and said, you know, if it doesn't resonate with you, ask yourself why. Dig a little bit deeper. What's something that's coming up for you, right? Because if we are attaching ourselves to our beliefs and not leaving room for other perspectives, that's when it can be destructive, right? Because we're not being fully authentic. We're just sticking to the attachment for the sake of sticking to the attachment, right? Is that really how you feel, or are you just standing in your convictions? And they talk about how like these beliefs and ideas are harder to spot and let go of than an actual like physical attachment, right? You're attached to your car and that's your whole identity, right? That's easy to identify as opposed to maybe a political or religious or just a moral belief that you have, right? So it's interesting and it's important to kind of tap into, okay, how am I feeling in this moment? Is this something that I truly believe, or is this something that has been placed upon me by society or how I was raised, right? I think that is so important to kind of peel back the layers and evaluate, like, where did this belief come from? And is it something that fully aligns with who I am and who I want to be? And then it goes into talking about the idea of domestication. And this is something that comes out of reward and punishment. And I like how Ruiz talked about this in the book because, you know, I've referred to it in the past of like, you know, how you were brought up, the cultures that you're in. But think back to like as far back as you can, when you were a child, right? If you did something that your parents perceived to be a good thing, you were rewarded either with, you know, praise or physical, tangible items, right? You got some sort of reward because then in your head, you're like, oh, okay, if I do or say or act this way, I'll get this reward or I'll get this positive reinforcement. But if I do this bad thing, right, you're going to get punished for it. So that shaped you into who you are today. This also happens with beliefs and our belief systems. So it's important to get clear on where did this idea, where did this belief, this mindset, where did it come from? Was it something that, you know, was taught to me? Was it something that maybe I had an experience and I learned the hard way? I got punished for it, maybe through like society's eyes, right? And that conditioned you. So I thought that was super interesting, right? They call it domestication. And this is actually a form of control. So when you attach yourself to a belief or idea, your choices narrow. This is all within the first 5 pages of this book that I started reading. I'm like, wow, mic drop. This is super valuable content. I love it. I want to keep walking, but like, are you kidding me with this view? I don't know. I don't want to like look away. This is so beautiful. We got Bay Lake Tower over there. And here's some of the contemporary. Let's walk around. I do want to get back inside so we can see some more Christmas decorations. But if you're just joining us, please hit that like button, get some good karma going, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the bell for all notifications so you'll be notified every time I go live. I also want to take a moment to thank my wonderful Patreons because they've been so amazing all year, showing up for our 30-minute group coaching calls, which I'm planning a new one for December, so look out for that. And just, I really appreciate all of their support. So thank you so much, Patreons. If you want to find out more about how to become a Patreon, you can go to learningwithlau.com or patreon.com/learningwithlau. Thank you. All right. So going back to like your beliefs, kind of narrow your options, right? Your beliefs define you and they dictate your choice, right? Because depending on what you believe about love, relationships, money, success, right? That's going to narrow your focus on what you believe to be possible. Think about that. Think about the idea of money, right? If you've grown up with, influences or parents or siblings or whoever telling you, money doesn't grow on trees, you got to save every cent that you make. That's going to dictate how you operate as an adult, unless you decide that belief is not something that you want to take on, right? So you can think about that in the most basic level, because I feel like that's a really obvious, or maybe it's not, but to me, your belief about money really does show you, or it, dictates your behavior around money. So that's an easy one to kind of look at and kind of evaluate. Does this belief really define who I am? Does this help or hinder, what's possible for me? Lynette says, oh, that makes me think of bad people who got away with things at a young age. Yeah, and I mean, again, what one person's perception of what's good and another person's perception of what's bad, right? That can be very different things. And I love this line. Choose to let go in order to be in control. And he talks about, he's like, that sounds a little counterintuitive, but it's true. If you're able to let go and surrender some of your beliefs that maybe have been ingrained in you and you've just blindly followed, right? If you let go of that, you're actually giving yourself more control. So knowing, and this, I love this, perception of people and how they see you. And this is important for my people pleasers. Knowing that other people see you in a specific way gives you choices when you engage with them, right? So if you know that this person that you're hanging out with is just jealous of you, right? And they make these backhanded comments and you can tell they're showing a little jealousy. That can kind of change how you interact with that person, right? Their perception of who you are. You realize that you do not have to put on any image that others project onto you because you know it's not your reality. So somebody might view you in a very negative light, but if you know that's not you, right? That image that they see of you is not you, you can kind of just let that go because, hey, you know deep down that's not you. Shannon says, surrender was going to be my word for next week. Spoiler alert. I love that. Love that so much. Captain Kirk says, a person's moral compass is shaped by various factors, including family values, education, culture, religion, and life experiences. Absolutely. Absolutely. What a gorgeous sunrise this morning. Oh my goodness. If you're just joining us, once the stream is over, you're going to want to go back, take a look at those beautiful sights. We started out by the Christmas tree in front of the Contemporary, absolutely gorgeous. Walked inside, took a look at some of the Christmas decorations in there. We talked about the Toughness book, Do Hard Things. And then we kind of segued into the Mastery of Self. Because, I don't know, I felt pulled to read that book for the end of the year. So there we are. And now we're just walking around. We're going to head back inside the Contemporary. And I have some really exciting news for you, so you don't want to go anywhere yet. But I just want to get my bearings. I feel like I always make it over here, and then I'm like, where do I go? So let's see. Let's see. Has anyone started their Christmas shopping yet? That always gives me anxiety in the beginning of December. I'm like, oh no, I'm behind. Gorgeous flowers and foliage. Oh, I always like to look at this. Okay, Disney Fit Yoga. They changed the time. It used to be at night. So Friday at 10 a.m. That's good to know. They had the Muppet Christmas Carol, Movie Under the Stars. Looks like they're only doing it Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. That's interesting. Oh my goodness. If you haven't done a silent disco, that is so much fun. You should definitely check that out if you're staying here at the Contemporary. Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 p.m. Silent disco. It's so much fun. And then you don't feel like you look crazy when you're dancing because you're like, oh, nobody can hear what I'm listening to. Where do I go though? I don't know. I'm just gonna go this way. All right. We're just gonna see where this takes us. I feel like I'm going in the right direction. Oh, Christina's putting the ornaments on her tree. I have to get my tree up. It's a little bit chilly this morning, but it is gonna warm up as the day goes on. Lynette should be finished with her shopping soon. Oh my goodness, I'm very behind. I think I purchased one thing for my mother and that's it. Really haven't done anything else. Let's see. Captain says we have never stayed in the Contemporary. It looks amazing. Yeah, I feel like they just recently redid this. I'm gonna go outside this way because I think it's just all rooms that way. So here we go. This looks familiar. Here we are. Yeah, I was not going the right direction. It's okay. I should have went left. That's fine. All right, so I did want to share with you some very exciting news for the new year. So if you are somebody that's interested and, you know, thought about it for a while because you heard me talk about my 90-day transformation program, but you were just, I don't know, not ready for it yet, this is your time. New year, new chapter, 31-day program is going to start on January 1st. I am so excited for this program. And I think I was a little bit too crazy with the initial early bird special, but I'm going to tell you about what this program has to offer. And you're going to look at this beautiful sky because why not? It's gorgeous. Okay. So this program is to help you get grounded, gain clarity, and step into 2026 with intention and confidence. I designed this program to be an intensive 31-day jumpstart to 2026. Just like I said, we're turning the page, we're starting a new chapter, and this is all for you. What you'll get in this program is weekly 45-minute group coaching calls. So there's going to be 4 of them. That right off the bat is absolutely amazing. And in addition to that, you'll get one 45-minute one-on-one breakthrough session with me. So that's where we can really personalize your experience for the 31 days. We can take a look at how you want to move forward into 2026 and come up with a plan designed for you. So those group coaching calls are going to have specific topics that we will discuss. I'm looking to also get those recorded for people that can't necessarily make those times, so you will be given all of the information that's there for you. You'll get a new chapter workbook that's going to be all yours. You can download it. It'll be a PDF. You can print it out, do whatever you want with it. And then you'll have an option to add on discounted 90-day coaching package starting in February. So if you're like, oh my goodness, this is so amazing, I want to continue this, you'll get the discounted pricing. So what's kind of amazing, and I think I was a little bit crazy because the value is ridiculous. The regular price for this is going to be $299, but if you decide to be one of my early birds and sign up now through December 13th, you will get $100 off. So $199 for the early bird pricing. So if you wait, the regular price will be $299 starting December 14th. So, I mean, if you're ready, let's do it. I'm so excited. The early bird pricing will also, like if you sign up early, you're guaranteed a spot, obviously, and you'll also get an exclusive one-word exercise PDF that's going to help you figure out your one word, because that is the only requirement of this program, is that you come to the program with your one word ready to rock 2026. That's it. Like I said, again, you'll get 4 45-minute group coaching calls. You'll get 1 solo 45-minute call personalized to you. You'll get a workbook, and then again, discounted pricing on future coaching. So if this is something that is super appealing to you and you're ready to rock and roll, you're looking for change, you want to step into a new version of yourself in 2026, this is right for you. You can absolutely sign up right now. You can hit up my Venmo, my PayPal, Cash App, all of that is in the description below, and just put in the comments like early bird special, or new chapter, new year, whatever you want. $199 for the early bird, and it only lasts until December 13th, and then prices go up. If you want more information, you can also just email me. My email is in the description below, but you can email me at LaurenMcTurk@gmail.com. But I'm really, really excited about this. So 31 days, we're gonna jumpstart the new year and start out strong. And again, the only requirement is that you have your 1 word ready to rock and roll. It's a limpkin just hanging out in the water. I don't think we've seen one on a stream yet, so there you go. All right, if you see one of these, now you know what it's called. She's a beaut in the sun. She's doing looking for some breakfast. Looking for some breakfast. Ooh, and I just got a Venmo notification. I'm not sure who that is, but thank you. I'm so excited for you to get started. Yay. Small eaters, that's right. All right, let's walk back into the lobby. Check it out. Check it out. Thank you, Captain Kirk. Yeah, I'm very excited. I always feel like I get so much out of the coaching calls as well. So it's helpful for you guys, but it also helps me as well to get focused and intentional. So I'm excited to just close the chapter on 2025. We're done, right? We're done with it. We're moving into a new chapter, new year. Very excited. All right, let's get back on solid ground here. A lot of sand. And you guys know it. We got the power washers. It wouldn't be a live stream without a little power washing. Thank a cast member. They're the best. Always hard at work. Trying to get all the sand out. Oh my goodness. Oh, and then just so you know, if you're staying here, this pool is amazing. Opens at 7 a.m., but nobody's here, so you can just hop right in, watch the sunrise from the pool. Love this. It's a great spot. This pool here doesn't open until 10 a.m. it looks like. That's where there's a lifeguard on duty. The other pool is pretty much 24 hours. They don't lock it, so you can head in there. Yeah, so quiet, David. So quiet. But come on with the sky. We saw a beautiful, beautiful sunrise this morning with some pink and purple and orange colors in the sky. If you haven't already hit that like button, please do. It's good karma. Oh, I love this. It shows you what type of fish are here in Bay Lake. We got the largemouth bass, a bluegill, a catfish, and a sunfish. Super cool. And you can do, well, you can't fish from the dock, but you can rent a boat. Those are right over here. Super cool. All right, let's head inside. But yes, if you haven't hit that like button, please do. If you haven't subscribed, why not? Ask yourself why and then do it. Hit the bell for all notifications so you'll be notified every time I go live. A huge thank you to my Patreons. Love you all so very much. If you're interested in becoming a Patreon, you can go to patreon.com/learningwithlau or learningwithlau.com and choose the level that's right for you. Again, if you want more information about this New Year, New Chapter 31-day program, you can send me an email. It's in the description down below. Or if you are ready to start and grab that early bird special, you get so much value just for $1.99. You can, if you're ready to lock in, you can just head over to Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, send that over. Or again, like I said, send me an email. I can send over more information for you. Very, very excited for that. We got a hidden Mickey. Well, we have obvious Mickey and then a hidden Mickey. Look how gorgeous. Come on. Come on now. This resort is just so pretty in the morning, I have to say. All right. Actually, no. Should I go up there? I hope these doors are open. Just to get a different perspective, right? Why not? I honestly feel like they're locked, but let's just see. Ooh. All right, it worked. So no tree here. Maybe when you go upstairs, we have California Grill, one of my faves. I haven't been there in so long. Let's go up one more. Why not? We got Chef Mickey's up here, the monorail. Got some shops. And everybody's awake now. They're getting their breakfast. And this is a great view of the sunrise too. If you don't feel like going outside, you can check it out here by the windows. Gorgeous. David says Richard Nixon gave a very famous speech here, Ballroom of Americas. Yes. Fun fact. So we got Chef Mickey's over there with some character dining. We got the BVG that's closed right now. Fantasia. Oh, how could I forget about this little Christmas display? Oh, and I love all of the Christmas merch here. Super cute. Big fan of that sweater. Love, love, love. All right, let's walk over here. Gingerbread. Morning. I think this is, yeah, they have the hidden Mickeys in gold on the gingerbread castle. This is fun. And then you can buy your own little snacks. I guess they don't have them out now. So here we go. What does this say? So it says Disney's Contemporary Resort Gingerbread Display inspired by Cinderella's Dream Castle, designed by Walt Disney Imagineers, decorated by the Contemporary Resort Bakery team. It's the 14th year of the display. 14 hidden Mickeys, one hidden 5-legged goat, 30 days to assemble, 17 feet 6 inches tall by 25 feet 4 inches wide, 613 pounds of sugar, 440 jars of honey, 13 gallons of milk, 1,013 pounds of flour, 113 pounds of gingerbread spice, 25 pounds of chocolate, 70 pounds of molding chocolate, 60 pounds of fondant, 43 pounds of royal icing, and 513 eggs. Wow. says over 1,200 castle gingerbread bricks made and decorated by 40 cast members. Last but not least, 40 sprinklings of magical pixie dust. Obsessed with that. And then special appearance by one of our Disney's Contemporary Resort pastry chefs. And there they are. That's a good question, Christina. I am not sure, actually. I'm not too sure. But look at that. She is gorgeous. But yeah, 14 hidden Mickeys and 1 hidden 5-legged goat. So if you're here, oh, and it looks like they have the initials of the cast members that made on the Mickeys. Okay, I love this. Wow. The detailing is amazing. Gorgeous. This is a lot of hours and a lot of manpower for this beautiful castle. Amazing. And I heard that at the Grand Floridian, they're actually not going to be doing the gingerbread house this year. That's what I heard, because there was a lot of like renovations things happening there. So I don't know. This is it. Usually at Beach and Yacht, they do gingerbread little carousel. I'm sure they're going to do it again this year. Ooh, we got the monorail coming in. All right. This is the humidity for today. But I want to thank you all for being here with me on this beautiful Monday morning. I hope you all, again, had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Looking forward to all the Monday morning streams for December. Patreons, look out. I'm going to be posting a time for our 30-minute group coaching call this month, so just be on the lookout for that. Again, if you're interested in finding out more about becoming a Patreon, you can go to patreon.com/learningwithlau. You can also be a member here on YouTube. Just depends on what you prefer. Subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like button. Ooh, I'm getting blinded by the sun. Let's turn this around. But I want to thank you all for being here, taking time out of your Monday to start out on a positive note, right? Just remember, you're here for a reason. Everything happens for a reason, and you are in the right place. Otherwise, you won't be here, right? Let's be intentional about 2026. We're going into it strong, but love you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Lynette. Have a great week. Let's see. Oh, and Christina's making eggplant today. David, thanks for subscribing. Captain Kirk, thank you. It was a lovely morning. I agree with that. Yes, 2026, big things are happening. And if you're interested in that early bird special, reach out. Also, once the stream is over, leave a comment down below. Tell me what was your favorite part of today's stream. I want to know about it. So many really good parts. We had a lot of valuable information. We had a beautiful sunrise. But yeah, I had a great time. Thank you all so much. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you next Monday at 6:35. Bye-bye.